Well, we know a lot of you are tired of construction on Alcoa Highway. Now, TDOT says one big piece of that work is going to take even longer. Engineers found they need extra wall reinforcement near the Woodson Drive interchange, so the Woodson to Cherokee Trail section is now pushed back to 2030. Our Caitlin Walsh spoke with TDOT to see what this means for you. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Casey. Well, this means more of those rolling roadblocks on Alcoa Highway. The construction project started in 2023, and it's going to widen about 1.6 miles from 4 lanes to 6, and the redesign the Cherokee Trail and the UT Medical Center interchange to help with traffic flow and safety. TDOT says engineers found they need extra wall reinforcements near the Woodson Drive interchange, pushing completion of the Woodson to Cherokee Trail section back to 2030. In a press release, Commissioner Will Reed says this is one of the most complex parts of the corridor, squeezed between a steep rock cut and the Tennessee River, and that safety and long-term stability require the redesign. The project started in July 2023 and will widen again about the 1.6 miles and rebuild the Cherokee Trail and fix the UT Medical Center interchange to improve traffic flow and safety. Mark Nagy, a TDOT spokesperson, says the Alcoa Highway project is 7 separate sections.
3 of those are already complete. 2 of those are already under construction right now, and then 2 more of those sections in Blount County are funded for construction in the future.
Nagy says more construction is needed to take place to stabilize that stretch of roadway. Nagy says 2 lanes of the traffic are going to continue being open in both directions, just as it has been, and still those rolling roadblocks. He urges extra caution in this area due to the rolling roadblocks, heavy machinery, and many of those workers at the construction site.
All right, Caitlin, thanks.